actually been one of those weeks.
I was about to say, what do you mean it's been one of those days? Normally, you know,
it's the
that
third day in a
meme
row.
that it's like silence and then the car drives by blasting music.
Yeah.
That's like you walking through the house. I'm working in the office in silence and a morbid podcast just blasts past my door.
I'm so down bad. I've been listening to Two Hot Takes.
I don't know that one.
I watch them, or I guess I listen to them a lot on TikTok. They do Am I the Asshole? They read
That
Reddit
tracks.
things and like give their judgment on it.
You do love an Am I that asshole?
I love a Am I the Asshole. People are so stupid just walking around. Did you hit record?
Yes.
I think all of that's worth putting in the episode. Welcome to episode 72 of Two Girls Chirping. I'm Lauren.
I'm Abby.
And apparently I'm overstimulating.
I just, like, can't take much, you know?
Oh, I can take... that has sexual undertones. I'm going to say it. I can take a lot. A lot. Actually, I have to be maxed out in order to function normally. If I'm not going to take...
you have medication, but you don't always take it, which is fine, because it's not something you need to take every day.
Yeah.
But you have medication for that.
I know. I use my tools at my dispensary as needed. Discretion. My discretionary tools. Okay, let's start off with our...
It's Tony!
Okay, a bit of lore. That is an inside joke that we have kept on for 4 years now, because that was a podcast I listened to when I was travel nursing. So I travel nursing.
Oh my gosh, that tracks.
I did a little bit of travel nursing, hence why I could afford a house at the ripe age of like 24.
Yeah.
Flex on it.
Crazy.
And I had a 3-hour drive to the place I worked at from where I lived, back and forth every single week. So obviously I listened to a lot of podcasts because, as just mentioned, I require a lot of stimulation to quiet my mind, to focus. So there's this one show, I can't even remember the name of it anymore, but I will listen to them. And then this one time, I don't remember what, but the guy was basically making fun of whatever they were talking about and doing a little bit of a bit. And he just goes, "Oh, it's Tony." And it has been, for some reason, that vocal stem has stuck with me. And so we frequently will just be like, in the silence, be like, "Oh,
It's Tony." I'm
like
not going to lie to you. This is actually the first time I'm hearing the origin story of it. I really think that it was a vocal stem that you developed.
It is a vocal stem that I developed.
And then I just heard you do it enough times that it became my own vocal stem as well.
Lore drop. Yeah, my cat found something to play with, so I don't know if that's going to work out or if he's going to need to be put up. But anyways, let me walk you through Silly Goose of the Week, because it's Abby again.
Was it me last week?
Yeah, for your voicemail to the vet.
True.
Thank you so hard. When it's not funny, is
dramatic of me to say?
It was not dramatic of you to say.
It was not.
This situation, though, was dramatic. Abby she wanted to figure out how to de-thaw the ice. You know when you've got an ice maker and like eventually it just becomes like Fort Knox version of ice, where it's not ice cubes, it's just like
a chunk.
Yeah, like the leftover ice becomes its own entity, kind of like my cat is doing right now. And are you ever stimulated? Do we need to put them up?
No, you go. Continue.
Okay. So then she's been like fiddle-farting around trying to figure out how to situate that.
I have pressed everything in that fridge that could possibly be pressed, trying to figure out how to get it to make more ice. We have like 3 ice cubes and a dream in that thing right now.
Well, she had melted down the block and emptied it out. And then it was just
broken
like
up the block.
Okay, either way, you dealt with the block.
Block dealt with.
Done. New problem. How to make more ice. So then she was trying to figure out how to make more ice, and she was getting annoyed because our ice maker was not making a lot.
Just stopped making ice.
So then cut to about 5 minutes prior to this. I'm going in to get a couple of ice cubes for my little iced coffee, my little 7 brew dupe. And what do I hit? But the power button on the ice maker to turn it on. And I asked Abby about it, and she's like, "No, I can never figure out how to do that. Blah, blah, blah." I said, "Did you hit the power button?" She had she had turned the power button off to the ice maker without realizing it. And that was why it wasn't making ice. But me, and I love when I do this because I'm so not good at practical things. I just saw the power button and flipped it on.
This whole time there was a freaking power button. It was the most frustrating thing. It's like when you search high and low for something, go and tell your mom it doesn't exist, and then she's like, it's right there.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, literally. It's like when your patient says something to you and then you go and tell the doctor or whatever, and then the doctor comes in, and then the patient's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
you literally
you do know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's the silly goose of the week.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a lot to say. Oh, are you doing a silly goose now?
I wrote one down. Look, this was one of those thoughts that I rolled over in the middle of the night.
Those
and
are
I was
some of your
like,
funniest.
And I was like, why? Like, this is a silly goose. I put the NHL draft because why do we have 7 rounds of the NHL draft? If you get drafted after like the 3rd round, the chances of you making it to the NHL are slim to none. Like, I understand they want prospects, but like it just seems pointless because it takes away from like, oh, I was drafted in the NHL. If you were drafted round 6, that's not that impressive. Anyhow,
Still better than me, but
it's still better
I
than
do
me,
take your point.
You know?
They do it very excessively there.
Yeah, and that's all. And that's a stupid one, but it's my stupid one.
I think that's fine. Okay, let's see. Like I said, I've got a lot to say, but I'm going to try, and there's only a couple that we'll really expand on. Because you already did your Throw Fit Thursday, ranked the Bruins outfits.
Mm-hmm.
They dressed up. They were part, Jesus. The Bruins were one of the teams in the stadium. I had to put my phone down to focus up. They played in the Stadium Series.
The Winter Classic.
Whatever. In the stadium during the winter, if you will. And they really wanted to do their big one. So they coordinated the whole team to dress up as Patriots, which honestly, 8 down. I love it. Coming off of the Rangers where they played some form of a classic in Florida around Christmas time because they had those god-awful white fits. That was their idea of a fit check.
Series. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love a bit of whimsy. I loved it. I saw a picture of Minty, aka Minton, and he had a JBL speaker in one hair.
Yeah, he was the first one walking in, JBL speaker in hand, wig on.
And all I can think is, we have different versions of our TikTok feed. But for a while, it used to be like George Washington crossing the Delaware River. I think Delaware. I'm ignorant. I think it was with him. You know the painting, though? The famous one of him crossing the...
Yes.
Was it the Hudson? It was money on it was either the Delaware or the Hudson River, and it doesn't matter. What does matter is for a while on TikTok, it would be like historical pictures of like battles and stuff. And it would be like George Washington bumping the JBL speaker on his way to terrorize the continent. Like, I want you to be mine again, baby.
I do remember that, actually.
That's all I can think of.
Now that you've spelled it out for me, I do remember that. I think that the Boston's whole thing was the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
Which I like because it's rioting against the government.
Well, so no, they dressed up as Patriots because the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl this weekend.
Are you kidding me?
But that's okay. Like,
I'm with my
the bones is the same to follow draw.
Full chest. I'm pretty sure I said it in Throw Fit Thursday. I was like, Boston Tea Party.
That's fine. It's okay.
Okay, moving on. Mm-hmm. Whatever the other team did,
I didn't even see what they did.
They dressed up as football, like they dressed full pads in football uniforms.
How did I not see that? I love Tampa Bay.
I saw it.
I'm loving the season they're having. We're gonna talk about them more.
We're
gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about the second goalie fight. we all of a sudden,
Oh, yeah.
the way has been paved, and now all the goalies are like, fuck yeah, we can fight. Fuck yeah, hell yeah. Shoresy.
Good, 'cause you're going.
Swayman and Valesky at... I love short. Okay. I told people we were gonna bring the vibes, but we're vibing too much.
And I'm on my lunch break right now, so.
So at the... It's not a stadium series. It was the Winter Classic.
The Winter Classic. I think it's part of the stadium series, but it's specifically the Winter Classic.
Specifically, the Tampa Bay Bruins one that we have already spoken of. That had a goalie fight. Swayman versus Valesky. We love to see it.
got his ass.
Swayman is always wanting that smoke. And it was like Christmas morning when he realized that Valesky was coming in. And then he got absolutely beat down. But it doesn't even matter because I just appreciate it. You're going to look at me, a survivor of childhood asthma, and make an asthma joke?
Girl, I had asthma too.
Well, did you have to go to the office before recess every day and snort your inhaler?
No, because I was in there because I had severe migraines because of the asbestos growing in that school.
Anyways.
Anywho, you know who also has asthma? Tate McRae. We want to talk about that?
We're going to get there.
I had a perfect segue, though.
Yeah. Remember that. Write that down. Anyways, the Predators GM Barry Trotz is retiring. So there's going to be a new Pred in the community.
Okay, keep going, because we've got to get through these.
Okay. I want to talk about Quinn Hughes.
Okay, of course you do.
Hey, I pared down a lot of what I wanted to talk about with Quinn Hughes because I could talk about that man for a whole episode. I'm working on it.
I'm walking it.
Okay, so the Wild glazes him. We know that.
Everybody does.
I watched 2 Wild games yesterday when I was studying because it's just nice to have some hockey when I need stimulation, which is all the time. It's nice to have a little something razzle-dazzling in the background. And I had wanted to watch both of those games. I just had work and clinicals, such as life. So the Wild always glazes Quinn Hughes, but they came out with some more stats on him, and I just think it's Quinn Hughes. We should talk about it. He hit his 400th career assist this week. 29 of those were in his first 25 games as a Wild.
That tracks.
That's it. That's all I wanted to talk about.
Like, how many games has he played? He's probably a point-per-game guy.
I don't know.
He's got to be a point-per-game guy.
Probably. While you look that up, I'm going to tell you about Matt Boldy. Did you see that he got a hat trick in less than 13 minutes versus the Preds this week?
Dude, it was hat trick central.
I think Brock Faber was more excited than Matt Boldy was about it.
The past 2 weeks, I've seen so many hat tricks.
Yeah, it's been a hat trick. It's been a hat trick week for sure. Everyone's just like doing their last little kumbayas before the Olympic break, and I love to see it.
Last little kumbayas.
So I've got something sad to talk about, but it is worth talking about.
Okay.
Did you see that 3 South Alberta Mustang players were killed in a car accident on their way to practice?
That is insane.
JJ Wright, Cameron Casorso, I think. Casorsi? Meh. And then Caden Fine, who was from Birmingham, Alabama.
He's from Birmingham, Alabama?
He was from Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh.
They were on their way to practice.
War Eagle in your direction. That was so insensitive. I'm going to cut that out. Continue.
Yeah, they're children.
I know.
He was 17.
It is insane.
They were like 18 and 17. The other 2 were from not the Calgary region, BC. But this happened in the Calgary region.
Yeah.
And there was an accident with a semi-truck and all 3 passed. It's horrible.
While we're talking about this, because I didn't write this down and it's gonna leave me, you know the story of the Broncos hockey team, their bus, the bus crash that killed almost everyone and severely injured everybody else. Netflix, I don't know if you've seen it. Netflix is so coming out with like a show that seems to follow that storyline, but it's fictional, and all of the family members are like, this is so
it just
happened. I mean, it happened a few years ago, but still, like,
but in time that just happened.
They didn't talk to any of the family members, nothing.
So Netflix of them.
Yeah.
I will not be watching that because I don't support if you don't have a sign off from the people involved in that and you're just doing it for clout, which
And-
you are, you couldn't come up with any good ideas. We saw Bridgerton season 3. I know what you've done. And they just are like, well, we're going to profit off of tragedy because that's something that people will watch. It's terrible. It's enticing. Everyone's going to watch it. And it's fucked up. And
It is fucked up.
you know what? You get yours. I think when you profit off of people's tragedies, you eventually get your own.
I mean, Netflix is a dying streaming platform.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
Except for their Korean dramas.
Actually,
those
yeah,
slap.
those are freaking banger.
So Tate McRae. Let's talk about it. Tate McRae,
Yeah.
the pop princess of Canada, in my opinion. She did an ad for, it was an NBC ad, but it was for Team USA in the Olympics and for the Super Bowl. And it was the most cringe shit. I have not seen anything that cringe in a long time.
She's Canadian.
She is Canadian. That's a Calgarian right there.
And I'm like, get that bag, queen. But also from a marketing standpoint of, was it NBC?
It was NBC,
Of
I believe.
NBC, why do you pick a Canadian?
I mean, I get it. Her tour, like, she's been that girl. And she may or may not be dating Jack Hughes. But it just feels really tone deaf to do something like that, knowing that country has been threatening your country since before this dipshit got reelected. I just think it's a bit tone deaf. Especially in the political climate of right now.
Yeah, I think it is on both parties. It's a crazy take for me.
It was a rare fumble. Emma
Yeah.
sent it to me, and I had to close the app and sit for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
Okay, that's all the controversial and sad things I had to talk about. Panarin to the Kings. I know you're thrilled about that.
I am thrilled about this,
They
actually.
they literally gave him to the Kings and got nothing in return. The audacity of Chris Drury to try and recruit Will Smith got laughed at. And then Ryan Leonard from the Capitals, like, you got to be joking. I understand the vision. You wanted to reconnect the BC freshman line. If you don't know the lore, go look at the TikTok ads. And I know that Gabe Perot, I know that he was the mastermind behind that recruitment, but it's laughable.
I think he pulled a George Russell going into Toto Wolff's office.
100%.
This is why you should take a chance.
This is why you should get these.
Unfortunately, they're the Rangers. And why on earth would any of those people leave their teams?
No, those are both future franchise and current franchise players. They are not leaving.
No.
And Will Smith,
I'm not fucking leaving.
Will Smith is not allowed to leave unless Macklin okays it. And Macklin ain't ready to go. So,
No.
And they shouldn't be. I don't really think I need to talk about this, but I'm going to mention it anyways. The last the penultimate, which means next to last. Choir. Canes game. Jarvie got dragged into the storm surge. It was literally the day before
Oh my god.
he got his call.
Seth Jarvis is going to be playing in the Olympics.
Yes. You know who else is going to be playing in the Olympics? Gabe Landeskog. He got cleared to play for Sweden.
What?
He
Why
got
did I
cleared-
not see this?
Because I bring the news. Now, we're still waiting on official word that Jack Hughes is playing in the Olympics, but he did do the little Olympic walkout thing that all the teams have been doing last night for the Devils. So he walked out to show he's representing his country. So to me, that's giving, I'm going. He did not play. He did not play.
Personally, if you're not playing for your team that pays you, I could see where the Devils would be like, you're not playing for us, so you shouldn't be playing for them.
Look, the Devils need him desperately. Their season is going up in flames. Sad Nico's reappearing, and I'm pissed.
That's mean.
It was mean to see that this morning.
Yeah.
But anyways, I did also watch the Blackhawks versus Sharks game yesterday too, because it's the first time that Macklin and Connor Bedard, who are both Vancouver boys, have played each other in their career because they've both been hurt every other time. I mean, Connor broke his jaw. Can you stop?
And they had him mic'd up.
They did. They had Connor Bedard mic'd up. I'm not going to comment on how many edits I have saved, but basically anything that they released of the footage, I said,
I'm just like,
save. I just love to see them interact. I
Yeah.
love the inside scoop on the boy aquarium. Then the Blackhawks, they decimated the Sharks. It was not even in a funny way. It was 6-3. The Blackhawks. Now, I have several things I want to talk about. I'm almost done, by the way.
Okay.
I have several things I want to talk about the Sharks-Avs game, because that was some bullshit. That was the most Sharks versus the Refs game I've seen in a minute. And the Blackhawks refs were pretty not great themselves. So I initially watched the Avs Sharks game because I saw a clip of Macklin and Brent Burns going at it in the penalty box, and I was like,
what?
that's a crossover I'd never thought of.
That's crazy.
Because why would I want to watch that? Like, obviously the Avs are going to destroy them. But in the third period, the Sharks came up. It was nothing to... That's stupid. The Avs were up by 2. The Sharks hadn't scored. And then in the third period, they scored 2 pretty freaking fast. And then the Avs started sweating it. So then the refs had to step in and be like, oh, no.
No one's actually beating our team.
No.
They
start making these calls that, like, I don't know who is more pissed off, me or Macklin. We got a reappearance of Bratlin. What did they call him? Bratlin Celebrini. And I was telling the Discord, I was like, I was yelling at the refs too, quietly, because you were at work, but I was like, what the fuck? It was horrible. Jack Drury took a puck to the throat, thought he was going to die.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
It looked bad.
To the throat?
To the throat, but thankfully it went on the right side and didn't get his Adam's apple, and he came back and played after a couple of minutes, but I thought I saw him die a little bit. And it was from Nathan McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon was shooting, and Jack thought he was going low, so he had jumped up high, and it just, direct quote. But thankfully he was fine, quote. So we can laugh. Now, let me read this. The calls made at the Sharks-Av game filled me with so much rage. Refs called no goal and a pretty clear goal to me by the Sharks. It literally crossed the line, Abby. It crossed the line. You can see it in every angle of the footage they showed. And the refs said, the call on the ice stands, no goal. I was like, what are you talking about? It was ridiculous. And then they started targeting Bradalini Celebrini, which I do not like. I do not like. Even the commentators were confused because they're in the last 48 seconds, Brent Burns throws a tantrum, and it was about a stick being broken. And he was like, no, that stick was broken before the play, to the refs, because they were trying to decide if it was a delay of penalty. It really didn't matter, because at that point, the Avs had scored like another 3 goals because the refs literally, like, I'm telling you, Abby, they did everything but tackle the Sharks players so that they couldn't actually do their job. It was ridiculous.
I would love if the ref started throwing.
It was ridiculous. And then the whole
ref
Brent Burns
pulls a stick away from a player and starts shooting.
Literally, the refs took Brent Burns' side, and then even the commentators were so confused at that point. They literally just go, that's strange to me. I don't really know what he's talking about looking at the footage. That's not the case at all. That's a little weird. Doesn't that seem a little weird to you? And that was the most petty they got about it.
I love when the commentators are like, no, they're looking at what I'm looking at, and I'm seeing something completely different.
Yeah. They're like, interesting. That's all I wanted to talk about at that game. I just had a lot.
Okay, thank God.
I've only got a couple more, and then we're done. We're done. Did you have it on your list to talk about the McAvoy hit? No. Okay. So, Vilmanis, which his name is insane, he threw an elbow on Charlie
very
McAvoy.
Blatantly.
It was a very blatant illegal hit to the head.
Yeah.
But, he's a Panther player, so all he got was a 2-minute minor for the hit and no additional.
I thought he got a game misconduct.
No. What I saw, he got a 2-minute minor and then no additional disciplinary action from the player safety committee. Which, George Paris is the head of that and was a known enforcer and also played at Florida for just a little bit, about half a season, but still. I just think it's really funny that the Florida players never get punished. But God forbid William Nylander throw a little middle finger up at the camera.
Literally. That's crazy.
Am I right?
Well, from the box score, yeah, but I watched the clip and I watched him being taken off the ice, like going down the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers player.
Yeah. I don't know if they called him back out or what.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, but it's fine because the Panthers got their ass beat by Tampa Bay, and I love to watch the Battle of Florida.
There's no way he came back. He only played 2 minutes of ice time that night.
I mean, I'm just saying they didn't call him with a game misconduct. I do smell Cooper's fart now, and that is quite potent.
It is horrendous.
Anyways, let's keep it moving because we got a lot to get through, and you're on your lunch break.
Yep. And
so the Battle of
25 minutes.
I told you I had a lot. I mean, I counted out the number of points I had. So.
Okay.
So the Battle of Florida, you saw it. We all saw it.
I did see it. Did you see the notepad?
So the notepad, yes, I did see the notepad. Battle of Florida, normally pretty heated. Tampa Bay has been dog walking on this year. They've been so good this year. Last night was no exception. They beat them 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a 4-on-4 brawl on the ice.
Yeah,
in the third period, led and instigated, of course, by Matthew Kafuk. Because if there's one thing he's going to do, it's throw a tantrum. We just took a deep breath at the same time. So the funniest thing to me, and the only other thing I want to talk about with that is Matthew Tkachuk. It started because Matthew Tkachuk instigated, and he was trying to instigate it with Nikita Kucherov, but he wasn't having it. And then he found someone else that would fight him, essentially. And then everyone started fighting each other. And you're just watching everyone fight, and Nikita Kucherov is just skating around, making sure he gets every angle of every fight like he's in a freaking IMAX theater. He didn't want to miss a detail. But he's still got a misconduct, which I think is bullshit.
I think every player on the ice did. There were 14 penalties given out from that one incident.
It was a lot.
14, and the ref had to write them all down.
Yeah.
And he was reading off of the list.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, oh, and Tampa Bay's going to have a 2-minute power play? Yeah.
I thought he gave it to Florida. It doesn't matter.
No, Tampa got a power play out of it because Florida instigated.
Florida did instigate. Anyways, let's talk about Women's Olympics. This is the last 2 notes I have.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, stuff's been happening.
I know.
Women's Olympics preliminaries are on. Layla Edwards is the first Black woman to play for the U.S. Olympic hockey team.
She is so freaking talented.
She is.
I can't wait for her to get to the P-Dub if she decides to go that route.
I hope she does.
I
She'll
hope
have a good
so
career.
too. Oh my God. Her, Hillary Knight, Pooh. We got to get them all on the same team. It's not fair. An all-star thing for P-Dub?
All-star. I would love to see it. This is Laura, Stacy, and Pooh's first Olympics as a married couple. As a married couple. It's so cute.
It's probably their first Olympics as parents, too.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I mean, that would track.
Anyways, the U.S. beat the Czech Republic. Italy beat France, which is the first time Italy's ever won.
Yes.
With Olympic women's hockey. Hockey. Then Sweden beat Germany. France got beat by Japan. And then Switzerland beat Czech. And that's everyone who's played so far.
Which
and then Canada and who were they supposed to be playing? It was Finland. Finland's delayed because a lot of their players have norovirus, and so
13 of their players have tested positive for norovirus.
So they've rescheduled that match. We'll just have to see what happens. I guess the timeline is so stressful.
They should play. I think it's today.
I thought it was tomorrow.
Well, see, they're supposed to play the U.S. tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So, I think they're playing today while we're recording this. Obviously, we're recording a bit early. Lauren's working this weekend, which is fine. So you'll have updated stuff. But yeah, that they had to reschedule it. And honestly, I'm like, if they are still sick, I was listening to Jackson Jills talk about it, and they were like, I mean,
they reschedule it for February 12th.
Oh, for February 12th. So next week.
But Finland does still play the U.S. tomorrow.
Okay.
Allegedly.
So my thing is, and Jackson Jills made a good point, if they're still ill and can't play tomorrow, the Olympics cannot keep postponing games like this.
That would suck
Because now
so
Finland's
much,
going to have to play back-to-back, or U.S. is going to have to play back-to-back. I can't remember which one. And so I think they've just got to disqualify them if they can't play.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens with that.
We will. 3 days is not really enough to get over norovirus.
No.
It's not even enough to be over the convalescence period, really.
I'm like, I assume they would still be testing positive for it.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. But that's all I have.
I have a couple things. Did you see the bird at the Blue Jackets Devils game?
No.
There was a bird on the ice. Just like a little bird that got inside, but they couldn't get it out, so they continued to play. And so it's just like dodging stuff the whole time. It's fine. I think it finally got scared and flew up into the rafters.
Oh, that's sweet, baby.
I'll send you something about it. It's crazy. I was like, you just played, but I guess like if you can't catch it, you gotta assume it's gonna fly away to protect itself.
Yeah.
And then I think I had Gavin McKenna. Let's pause here for a second. This is Abby from the future. We are about to talk about the Gavin McKenna charges and all of that. Since we have recorded this, literally hours after we recorded this, it was announced that the felony charges were dropped. Now, he does still have charges against him pending for the minor charges that we're going to mention here, but the felony aggravated assault charge has been dropped. We are still waiting on more information. Also, while I'm doing this little voiceover, Team Finland and Team USA did end up playing. I'm watching the game now. US is up 4-0, and Hillary Knight just broke the record for most Olympic goals in her career. So things are going pretty well. But back to Gavin McKenna.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Gavin McKenna is, he is like the top, or was the top NHL prospect to be drafted this season. He was arrested. Yeah, he was charged with felony aggravated assault. Oh, where's the rest of it? Yeah, felony aggravated assault, a misdemeanor simple assault, and 2 summary counts of disorderly conduct for harassment and engaging in a fight. Essentially, we don't know the full story. It was caught on video. I saw a news outlet say that it was caught on video, but they're not releasing it right now because...
Lame, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it, I guess. But the storyline is that he and his mom were at a bar, which already is kind of a crazy take. But he's
18.
He's 18, but he's Canadian. But he was in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't matter if you're in the U.S.
So, I don't know.
You abide by the country you're in.
Yeah, and apparently somebody started harassing his mom, and he got into a fight and broke the guy's jaw.
Well, apparently the guy had been harassing his mom, and they kept telling him to leave or whatever. They tried to leave a couple times, and then he just like blacked the hell out with rage, I suppose.
Which, like, I get.
Broke the guy's jaw in 3 places. He's got to have reconstructive facial surgery, and he had a couple of other small injuries.
Yeah, I get standing up for it, your mother especially, but I get the like point of you're trying to leave and they're still just harassing you and you feel like you need to defend yourself, but doing it to that extent is kind of crazy to me.
That's more than defense.
That is more than defense.
And you know what? I'm an advocate for you fuck around, you find out. You know, I bet that guy is never going to do that again.
Yeah.
Mostly because he won't be able to talk for months. But, you know, you fuck around, you find out. In both instances. That guy wouldn't, it was a situation that wasn't getting successfully de-escalated.
Yep.
And Gavin McKenna is probably going to pay for the consequences of his excessive actions. I don't know. You know, he'll probably go play for Vegas because you got to have a criminal record to play for Vegas, you know.
It's true. It's true. He is facing.
But he's also indigenous to Canada.
Yes, so. I didn't know that. He is indigenous. And so then people are like, is there a bit of racism involved in this too? To which I'm like...
And see, he is very white passing, but I don't know what his mom looks like.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was said. I
don't
mean, there's
either.
some things that you can say that I would black the hell out too.
100%.
I can't. I want to know every single word that was said.
Yeah.
Release the audio, release the footage, and then
Send the
they'll
video.
figure it out.
Yeah. I want a Paul Bissonnette style video. I
No,
want it to
same.
cut between the different cameras.
Every single camera.
Yeah. He is facing up to 20 years in prison. The minimum is a $25,000 fine.
There is no way that the NHL, the protector of the men that have committed wrongdoings, is going to let him go to prison for 20 years. There's no way that the sponsors who have allowed him to get as far as he has in his career so far are going to let him go to jail. That man's going to pay a fine, and that's going to be it. Mark my words.
I think he's going to get a few years, but there's no way he's going for 20 years. My only thing is he doesn't actually play in the NHL. He hasn't even been drafted.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't see why the NHL would help him.
But he also plays for a big university.
He does. And that's why I think he's not going to get 20 years because he is talented.
And the thing is,
I hate
if
to
he
say it.
stalked a woman, he wouldn't even have to go to jail. But
Colton
you break a guy's jaw because he made one too many yo mama jokes that could have been charged any variety of ways, and all of a sudden you're going to jail for longer than he's been alive, potentially. This fucking country, eh? Let's talk about something else.
Real quick, I just want to say, we were talking about it in our group message, and Lauren goes, "That's a hell of a yo mama joke."
Hell of a yo mama joke.
Anywho, I think that's all I have. Yeah, that's all I have. Let's talk about 36 minutes later.
There's a lot that's happened.
Yeah, let's get into our Black History Month topic of
Yay.
the day. We're talking about the Dorrington family. So it's 3 people, actually.
Can't wait to adoring them.
I know. So the first one we're talking about is Art Dorrington. What do you know? People call him the Jackie Robinson of hockey. I think a lot of that comes from...
Jackie Robinson was really the first person to have that kind of a platform, so everyone that's pretty good at, or everyone that is good at their on field gets
referred to as that, yeah. So Art Dorrington, for a timeline reference, this is all prior to Willie O'Ree.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going back in time a little bit.
All right, let me strap in for the time machine.
So James Art Dorrington was born in Truro, Nova Scotia, which...
Shout out Nova Scotia.
Yeah, which I looked up Truro because we talked about it in last week's episode too, because it was one of the cities where the CHLM was founded. And it is beautiful. Mm. It literally looks like the Highlands in Canada. It is...
I want to go to there.
Stunning. But he was born in Truro, Nova Scotia, March of 1930. So 1930s is when the CHLM folded officially, so he kind of came in. He never really got to experience that. For more timeline references.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. He did make a name for himself, though, in the hockey, because the CHLM really instilled a love for hockey in those communities already, and even though the government was trying to shut them down,
racist,
yeah, they continued that, and he made a name for himself with the Truro Bearcats under 18 team.
Cute.
He popped the hell off, honestly. I was looking at his stats, and it's kind of hard to... Stats were different then, and also that's so long ago. That's over 100 years ago. No, it's not.
It's almost, though.
It's almost 100 years ago.
No, 96 years ago.
Yeah, but I could find in 1948, when he aged out of the under-18 program, he went semi-pro, also in Truro, with another Bearcats organization.
Shout out Bearcats.
I know. There's also a baseball team there that are the Bearcats.
Love it.
Yeah, at least at this time period. And he played for them as well as the Stellarton? One of those, Royals, and the Amherst Ramblers. So he just did that little semi-pro thing.
Mm-hmm.
During the 49-50 season, so a second season semi-pro, he played 37 games between all those organizations and had 80 points.
God.
In 37 games.
80?
49 of those were goals.
He's him.
He is him.
That's a work of art.
No, literally. Obviously, that piqued the interest of some of the more like high-level leagues, including the NHL.
Cowards.
But no, there were no black hockey players ever affiliated with the NHL at this point in time. This is the 1950.
Okay.
Or the 50s. Now, the New York Rangers reached out to him. And they said, hey, I've seen what you've done for others.
I want you to bring your talents to you.
And offered him a contract with their minor league teams. So this is the part where we get two kind of different stories. The main story is the Rangers offered him a contract with their minor league team, and he was the first black hockey player to ever sign an NHL contract. We know that he was the first black hockey player to ever sign an NHL contract. That is fact. But a lot of people, including his family, say that the reason he didn't play for the Rangers and the reason he played for the minors is because he wasn't being offered a realistic contract for the NHL to relocate his entire family there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. And so he was like, I'm not relocating my entire family for that.
I mean, that's like it's almost 2 decades before the civil rights movement in the South.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. And he had young kids at the time, so it was kind of weighing those odds as well as, like, that's going to put everybody in more danger.
It puts such a target on your family's back.
Yeah, this is also the original Six era.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dang, that really does, the timeline. I see the timeline.
I know, I'm like... I love the longer that we go on with this because I'm like, wait, but this was happening then and this was going on there. I'm like, you know that map that's just got all the red strings on the wall? That's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm like, but Willie O'Ree was born here in this. Anywho, so he signed the contract for the minor league team and he started playing for the Atlantic City Seagulls. Which
they sent him to the South?
Atlantic City is in Jersey.
Okay. I was like, oh, so you want him dead?
No. It's in Jersey.
Woo! Okay.
There is an Atlantic City in the South. This ain't them.
Okay, perfect.
It's closer.
I mean, I don't know how much better that was, but it had to be better.
Anything is better than the racism that was in the South in that period of time. Like, I know it was everywhere, but specifically the South. We have a reputation for a reason. So the Atlantic City Seagulls were a part of the EHL.
Okay.
What is the EHL?
The Eastern Hockey League.
Yeah.
I know a thing or two.
Well, it was the first take at the Eastern Hockey League. So this league ran from 1933 to 1973, so for 40 years. And it was replaced by the North American Hockey League that was then replaced by the American Hockey League, the AHL that we know today, that still is affiliated with the NHL in many, many ways. Fun fact, the commissioner for the AHL, actually, he had rights to the MSG, Madison Square Garden.
Casual.
And when he was trying to grow the league, in its very beginning times, he would offer amateur teams to play in Madison Square Garden if they would join this league. So it kind of became made up of a bunch of amateur teams that just were so talented that it turned into a pro league.
That is so well thought out.
Yeah. Tommy Lockhart, if you want to name. That's
okay,
him.
Shout out Tommy Lockhart, I think.
Yeah. And in Art's time with the Seagulls, first of all, this is kind of insane too. He's such a good points producer. In the 54-55 season, he led the EHL in goals with 33 goals with 49 games. No. With 33 games and 49 goals.
Dude, he is putting up points. He's putting up more than 1 point per game. And he been doing it.
Yeah, and just 8 seasons after he signed that contract with the Rangers in 1958 is when we saw Willie O'Ree join the NHL to become the first black player to ever play in the NHL. And it's also when we see Art Dorrington break his leg during a game, effectively ending his hockey career.
Yikes.
He also took some time at one point and joined the U.S. Army. No, it had to have been the Canadian Army. He joined the Army at one point and took a break from hockey and went to Europe for 22 months with the Army.
I love a little respite.
Which I'm like, okay, pop off, I guess.
Yeah, like, you do you.
Kind of crazy, but sure, king. Anyways, he was the best player in the EHL at that time. Yeah. And could have been one of the best players in the NHL, too. Overall, he played 8 seasons with the Seagulls, 336 games with 151 goals, 152 assists, totaling 303 points in 336 games. Those are insane numbers. Man. Those are crazy numbers. And he never got a chance to play in the NHL.
Especially because you have to factor in the racial component of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, they were not willingly giving him the puck, I'm sure.
No.
They also were not defending him, I'm sure.
I am sure they weren't. I'm sure that they just kind of...
I've seen enough of We Are the... What is it? We Are the Giant? The Mighty. It doesn't matter. I've seen enough, I know.
I know the time period enough. I've learned enough about it. He was nicknamed the fastest thing on ice because he was, quote, faster than the puck itself.
I don't like the use of the word thing because he's a person, but I understand that they probably didn't mean it to sound that way.
Well, I think that they were factoring in the puck in that as well, as he was even faster than the puck.
It's just the time period. I'm a little overly sensitive to everything they said and did back then.
All you need to know, he was really fucking good.
He was
really fast.
Perfect.
He was really good. He was a big points producer, and the NHL didn't give him a chance. I mean,
they weren't ready.
They weren't ready to, unfortunately.
Cowards.
And not enough people talk about Art Dorrington because, in a way, he paved the way for Willie O'Ree.
I love how the 3 of them are all connected.
Willie, Art Dorrington, and Mike Marson.
Exactly.
And PK Subban.
He came so much later, Abby.
It all comes back to PK Subban. I could find a way to rope him into anything.
That's fair.
Sorry, I thought I got a text. I got a text! Okay. Unconfirmed. Oh, yeah. This is unconfirmed, but I've seen enough people mention it that I'm like, that'd be kind of crazy of him. Who was it Michael Jordan that played basketball and baseball? Because he played for the Birmingham Barons, which is here, and there's that massive poster.
Yes, our parents saw him play.
Our parents did see him play. Our dad remembers watching games of him playing.
How could you not?
I don't know. That's crazy. So
what a freaking flex.
I know.
They had Michael Jordan on their minor league team just strictly for S's and G's.
For S's and G's for him. And he was so good.
He demolished them.
He was so good. That's kind of the vibe that I got from this stat in 1950.
I think Bo Jackson did it too.
Bo Jackson.
Was it Bo Jackson or Michael Jordan? Or both? Anyways, I'm going to take this time to shout out Ian, who comments on our YouTube sometimes. His comments are so freaking funny.
Michael Jordan played for the Birmingham Barons, too. Mm-hmm. Where did Bo Jackson play?
Bo Jackson, I believe, played Major League. He played MLB. Yeah.
He played
He
played college at Auburn.
Yes.
He was so talented.
Talk about athletes.
He's still alive, so I guess I should still say he is so talented. He played for the White Sox.
Yeah, professional.
Yeah, he played football and baseball. Yeah, outfielder. Oh, he was a designated hitter. Shit.
See, I do listen to the things that Dad tells me.
Yeah, but he didn't play for the Birmingham Bulls. I remembered Michael Jordan because I was like, I remember seeing that poster and being like, that's so crazy.
It is crazy. I remember when our parents dropped that on us, and I thought for sure they were just pulling our leg. No, it was facts.
See, I remember Dad telling me about that back when we lived in Arkansas, and it never really hit me how significant it was until we moved here. And he took me to a Barons game, and I was like,
"You're telling me
that's Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan? The Michael Jordan was here.
That's Michael Jordan right there.
I have walked in the same steps as Michael Jordan."
And Dad was like, "Yeah," which baseball is Dad and I baseball is Dad and I's thing.
Me and Dad.
Me and Dad's, whatever. Anywho, baseball also was Art Dorrington's thing because when he was 21 years old in 1951, he played 14 games randomly with a Class A. It was a minor league team. This is such a long name. Are you ready for it? This is a real Wilkes-Barre whatever.
Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins.
He played with the Wellsville Rockets in the Pennsylvania, Ontario, New York League.
They just do it to antagonize the public.
They do.
Us. We're the public.
Yeah.
They do it to make our lives more difficult.
They'd say, if you've got a Southern twang, this is going to be really difficult for you.
Oh, you got an accent. Good luck.
Which is crazy because I've also been told that I don't have much of a Southern twang.
It comes out at times, for
randomly,
sure.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that, though.
We don't. So after Art retired from hockey, he had already set roots in the Atlantic City area. I mean, he played 8 seasons with the Seagulls. He joined the Atlantic City Sheriff's Department.
What?
He was the king of a side quest. And in the 90s, he created the Art Dorrington Ice Hockey Foundation, teaching hockey to underserved, low-income communities in Atlantic City I believe, for free.
Freaking love it.
Yeah, and his main mission was to build character and remind Black youth that they can also play regardless of if there aren't many Black hockey players in the NHL. Which I do love.
I just think that's beautiful.
Yeah. And
I like him. I like him a lot. I love him. I'd probably die for him.
I'd probably die for him.
I'll probably die for him. There.
Yeah, yeah. And in 2004, unrelated, but that was also the same year that Black Ice was published, the book talking about the CHLM, he was inducted into the Nova Scotia Sports Hall of Fame. And
appropriate.
And of course, he's also been inducted into the Atlantic City Hall of Fame. And also, just like another fun fact, an ice rink in Boardwalk Hall, which is in, you guessed it, Atlantic City.
Yes.
Is named the Art Dorrington Ice Rink.
That's just bare minimum.
Yeah,
They better have a statue for him.
Willie O'Ree went to the unveiling with him as well.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And you gotta follow me on this one. This is mainly for you. You can listen, obviously.
I'm following.
The Birmingham Bulls used to be a part of the ECHL. They then relocated to Atlantic City and played in Art Dorrington rink.
I remember when they came back to Birmingham.
So they never came back. A new team was founded that was also named the Birmingham Bulls, which is crazy. Who we watch today. It's the SBHL.
That is a bit of lore I didn't know.
Yeah. Isn't it?
I guess they didn't have Birmingham Bulls TM'd.
I guess not. I mean, there's like 3 Winnipeg Jets foundation.
There's a ton of crossover in names and stuff.
That's true.
They don't have a lot of originality. They're no North Stars, you know.
God, what could have been? What have been?
I bring that up at least.
It should have been you.
I bring that up all the time. I'm like their biggest fan, I think.
Now, Art did pass in December 29th, 2017 at the age of 87 in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Golly. I didn't know there were cities in New Jersey. Jack Hughes. I never will because we can't afford to live there.
No, we can't. It's true. Judah, his daughter, though, does carry on her father's legacy with the Art Dorrington Ice Hockey Foundation.
Judah's a beautiful name.
She's also, I've seen many things about her going into schools and just talking about her father, talking about the foundation, talking about hockey, all that kind of stuff as well. And she told this really sweet story about when her dad did play for the Seagulls. He would take her everywhere with him.
Yeah.
And when she learned how to skate, she used to skate behind the Zamboni. I was like, frick, that's so beautiful.
Cute.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I can see it like I was there.
Yeah. Now, more present day.
Okay.
There's a new generation of Dorringtons. 2 brothers, Max and Jackson Dorrington.
Okay.
Yes. So it was so interesting to me because they were listed as cousins on every platform to Art Dorrington. And then it occurred to me, they're not like his sister's kids. They're second cousins. They're like his cousin's children or something. Like, they're distant cousins. It's not. So, like, they would be around his grandchildren.
Their family, just not direct. Yeah.
Yeah. It just, I was like, what do you mean they're cousins? These guys are like 21, 22.
I do remember you saying
like,
something like that last
That
night.
math ain't mathin'.
The math didn't math, but that makes sense.
Math, but it was my math.
There's a little bit of removal there.
It was the wrong formula. Yeah. So they are from North Reading, Massachusetts.
That's right. She said it correctly.
Yeah.
Mark it.
Time
do
and date.
not touch that.
Please do not touch that. That camera was more expensive than you were.
He moved a little bit, and I was like,
their parents they're low-key the Hughes family of the minors. Because their parents both were college athletes at Harvard.
Harvard?
Their dad, their dad played baseball, I believe. I couldn't figure out what their mother did, but that's how they met, is at Harvard.
Golly.
Isn't that insane?
Yes.
So let's talk about Let's talk about the oldest. Max was born August 2001. I have pictures, don't you worry. This is Max.
You're older than him.
I am older than him. That's Max Dorrington.
How old is he right now? He's
25.
He has got a lot of Connor Garland in him. It's in the sass in his face. I've seen Connor Garland make that face with his little hip popped out more times than I can count.
He's got blue eyes.
Look, if I'm staring him down, I'm shaking in my boots a little.
Now I've got to figure out what color eyes his brother has.
We don't have time for that, really.
Anyways, Max is there goes the ice machine doing his thing finally.
It's crazy what happens if you turn the power on.
Max is a winger. He has played left and right and center.
Oh, he does it all.
So he can really do it all.
He's just a forward.
Yeah, just a little bit about their hockey careers. Both brothers spent 2018 through 2020 at Cushing Academy playing on their hockey team. It's like high school.
So they're rich because they went to an academy.
Honey, they're raised in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah, they're loaded.
They've got money.
Oh, man, I wish I had been raised in Massachusetts. I wish I could afford to live there.
Me too. Max was captain his senior year, which was 2019-2020. So he's a grade behind me.
Yeah, because you're a January baby and he's in August.
Yeah, that just clicked in my head.
You haven't been in a grade in years also.
Thank God. Thank God. The last grade almost killed me. His senior year, he played 34 games with 46 points. Very Dorrington of him to have more than a point per game.
Yep.
After college, he went to St. Lawrence University, or after high school, after graduation. He went to St. Lawrence University for 4 years, which I thought was a military school at first, but I think it's just a Catholic school.
I think it is just a Catholic school.
I think so, too. It's in the NCAA because his freshman year, they won the NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Championship.
Well, it's like Catholicism is the one that have saints, normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have brothers. Well, Baptists have brothers.
Yeah, we do.
Brother Paul.
Mama Shirley. Period. Unfortunately, his production at St. Lawrence declined a good bit. Now,
why?
His family also, everything I've seen, they're very big on stay in school, like school and sports, but school first.
Mm-hmm.
So that could definitely be part of it. Either way, he graduated from St. Lawrence and he spent one graduate year at Sacred Hearts University, another Catholic.
I know that one. I don't know why.
Yeah. It was his graduate season and his production was much better. 22 points in 38 games. And he helped lead them to their first NCAA semifinal appearance in 15 years.
Nice. Okay, so Sacred Heart was a better fit for him.
Sacred Heart was a better fit. It also, he only did 1 year of graduate school, so it's kind of giving, he had that extra COVID year where he could play.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, and so he probably didn't really care about school.
There ain't no graduate schools that give you a 1 year degree that I know of.
No.
It's 2 or 3.
Yeah. He was on the ECAC all-academic team 3 times. He did go undrafted, though.
Is he married?
I was about to say, he's 25.
He is 25.
But people get married very young. I don't know. but him going undrafted, I don't think he declared for the draft.
Okay.
But
I don't think he would have gotten drafted with those numbers. I'm not going to lie to you.
yeah, either way, he didn't get drafted, but it didn't stop him from playing. In 2025, he joined the Bridgeport Islanders on an amateur tryout. So that would have been after he graduated or after he finished his Sacred Hearts.
Is that ECHL or is that AHL?
AHL.
Okay.
Yeah. And I made the team. He played the last 7 games of the season with the Bridgeport Islanders.
Nice.
Yeah. Which we now know that they're the AHL affiliate of the New York Islanders.
Who could have seen it coming?
Yeah. And then 2 games into this current season, he was moved to the ECHL for the Worcester Railers.
I know them too.
Which is also in the Islanders organization.
I can see their logo. It eats.
Yeah. So Jackson's the baby. He was born April 2004. Here's Jackson.
Golly, he's barely birthed. They don't look alike.
Yeah, they don't.
But that's also them in full uniform.
In mouth
so
guards.
It's hard. All I can see is this.
Literally. Jackson is a defenseman.
Love to see it.
He also spent his 2 seasons with Cushing Academy. They got to play together, which is very sweet to me.
That is very
He played 34 games, 27 points as a defenseman. That's
not
bad at all. No. And at 16 years old, he began playing for the Boston Junior Bruins.
Oh.
Yeah, I am assuming he went to online school instead.
Yeah, I think
Which,
they have
if
to.
you're gonna play for like a junior NHL team, yeah, that's worth it to me. Yeah, he played 1 season with them, 23 points in 39 games, and when he graduated high school, or after that 1 season, at some point in that he graduated high school because he went to college.
Mm-hmm.
In 2022, he enrolled and started playing with Northwestern University.
That's a good school.
Also in 2022, he was drafted in the 6th round by the Canucks.
Cursed.
Yeah, I found this guy's scouting report.
So you were like, why do I have access to your scouting report?
I was like, why do I have your scouting report? How did I get here? Yeah, this is what was listed on his scouting report. The constants in Dorrington's game are the intelligence across all 3 zones. Defensively, he eliminates off-puck threats and times his engagement at the moment of least resistance, completing his robust style. In transition, he steps inside, cuts around 4 checkers, and passes to the middle. He's an advantage creator up the rink. It's just like...
That's so sweet. What a little glaze.
So here's a little bit of lore about Jackson.
Has he ever played for the Canucks?
Girl, hang on 1 second.
Sorry.
Give me 1 second.
So sorry.
You know when JT Miller was traded from the Canucks to the Rangers?
Yep, I recall.
His contract was included in that JT Miller trade.
Why? Because he hadn't played at all.
They trade prospects and stuff too.
Yeah.
He seems
they do.
Decent
I just don't
prospect.
remember him. I don't remember seeing him be attached to the deal.
Probably because everybody was like, JT Miller's been traded to the Rangers.
Yeah. I mean, we knew someone was getting traded because that dynamic was not working out.
Which effectively put Jackson Dorrington under the Rangers organization the same way that Art Dorrington was.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I could tell that it didn't click in your head, so I was like, let me put some emphasis on this.
New York's such a good little state for them. Between the Islanders and the Rangers.
The small states in New York, yeah.
Love to see it.
Yeah, so he continued playing with Northwestern, completing a full 4 seasons before starting play with the Hartford Wolfpack, which is the Rangers.
We know them.
It's the Rangers AHL affiliate.
That's where Matt Rempe played.
Yeah,
before he got full time.
He said he was drawn to Northwestern because of Jaden Struble and Jordan Harris.
Fair.
They both went there, and I mean they both play in the NHL, and they're both certified sweetie pies as far as I'm concerned.
As far as we know.
And it's also, not to get liberal about it or woke about it, but it also shows the importance of seeing other people that look like you playing a sport you love.
Yeah,
to give you the encouragement.
His great uncle paved the way for so many. Just seeing that representation and knowing that it's possible. I mean, we see it with Layla Edwards. I can't wait.
Yeah.
She's going to be the grandmother of a generation.
No, literally.
A couple generations from now.
Literally. I'm so excited.
It's important.
It is important. And this is his first full season with the Hartford Wolfpack.
Also, I love that you said not to get woke or liberal, but it's just like basic
I know.
inclusivity.
I know.
It's just
Not to get
allowing
liberal.
people.
That's like one of the least liberal things we've said on this podcast.
Yeah, most of the super liberal stuff gets bleeped out.
Yeah. Last week was some...
Last week we were fully woken up.
Yeah. So, fun fact.
Fact. I was doing more about fact.
Fun fact, just hours before Max Dorrington made his AHL debut with the Bridgeport Islanders. Sorry, it was coming to me. Just hours before is when the Rangers announced the signing of Jackson Dorrington.
Oh, big night for that family.
And I said that's such a youngest child move.
Dude, the second one was better. The second son was better. It'd be like that. We
That's
can't
true.
all be great. You know, there's variations. There's degrees.
Yeah. And then I just have a couple of random things that I felt like were worth noting. Who is Mike Greer? Why do we know that name?
I don't know.
I can't...
Do I look like Safari?
I know he played in the NHL. I think I'm thinking of the Greer that plays for the Panthers. But I don't think that's him.
I mean, Mike Greer was a former professional hockey player and the first black GM in NHL history.
Okay, so that tracks. Both of the brothers played for the all-black and Hispanic next generation team that was coached by Mike Greer and Bryce Salvador, two former NHL players, and won the Pro Division.
Period.
At the 2020 Beantown Summer Classic.
Beantown? Get your fiber.
Get your fiber.
You're having constipation? Here's some fiber for you.
Beantown.
We're going to bulk you up.
So they were both very young when Art passed. And so they didn't really get to know him that much. But I have a couple quotes when they were asked about Art and his impact on them wanting to pursue hockey and his impact on the hockey community just as a whole. And Max said, I think you just pick up on the perseverance. Perseverance is what I take away from it. You can't really imagine the sort of environments black hockey players back in that time were experiencing and the sort of things that they had to play through. And
I can't imagine it. And
I can, unfortunately.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. Jackson said, as I got older, I started learning more about him, and he's an inspiring guy, a pioneer of the game. I just hope to carry on what he did, keep on growing the family name. He was resilient, brave, and a fearless guy. And then after his playing career, he did a lot of selfless work in New Jersey. He's just a great all-around guy. And I was like, oh, he did do a lot of selfless work.
That is just like some of the highest praise you can get.
No, literally.
It's just a great all-around guy.
Yeah, like even after his playing career.
Ugh, love it.
Yeah. Now, Judah, Art's daughter.
I know her.
Yeah, you do. Was very happy with the fact that Max and Jackson are carrying on her dad's legacy as well. Obviously.
For sure.
I mean, you kind of have to be. And she said it definitely, talking about like their skill in hockey, it definitely is in the genes. It's important that the name Dorrington, a black man who played hockey, is out there because there are so many people that don't know that black people can play hockey and that black people have been playing hockey since the beginning.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes, Jada.
No,
correct.
Yes, Jada.
Your name is not Jada. Your name is Judah, and I deeply apologize. I got ahead of myself.
Oh my gosh, Judah. I'm so sorry. Yes, Judah. Oh, this is what initially I was like, what do you mean that there's descendants of Art Dorrington? I mean, obviously, but what do you mean they're connected to hockey? So when Jackson was still at Northwestern in 2024, he went to the university's athletic department officials and was basically like, why does the men's hockey team not have a night of recognition for the diversity of this organization?
And facts.
Yeah.
Good
No,
freaking
literally,
job.
I'm like,
go, Max,
actually,
go.
yeah. Yeah, that was Jackson.
Go, Jackson.
Yeah, and
I thought you said Northwestern. Wait, yes. Max went to Sacred Heart in St. Lawrence.
yes.
Jackson went to Northwestern.
Correct.
I did listen. I just didn't process appropriately.
All good, all good. He was told that it's kind of a team organized event. The university doesn't organize them. It's kind of a team thing.
Cop
and,
out.
And so he said,
Consider it
I'll
organized.
throw something together. And he helped, along with a group of other players, of course, put together a Breaking Barriers night to honor the diversity of players who have gone through the university, including the ones that made him want to go there.
Love it.
Yeah. And in 2024 as well, Jackson and Willie O'Ree dropped the
Willie's still here.
Yes. Dropped the opening puck at a youth hockey event, Pass the Torch.
I just know Art was watching from heaven be like, thanks, Willie.
I know.
It actually could make me really emotional if I thought about it.
Yeah. So Pass the Torch was an event hosted by the Boston Bruins celebrating their 100th anniversary.
Crazy that they're moving away from Pride, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. But it was a night to highlight the diversity in the Boston area. And Jackson said it was awesome, talking about Willie O'Ree. He said it was awesome. It kind of felt like they were always tied together, him and Art.
Yeah.
I've been inspired by Willie O'Ree for a long time and the work he has done after his playing career. I feel like that's a thing I can do within my community that can influence other people and younger kids.
Do you see how important it is to see someone who looks like you doing things, and then you realize that you can do it too, and then it just becomes a cycle, and then before you know it, it's a wonderful life.
Yeah, here's pictures from that night if you want to see them.
Baddie alert. Oh my God, Willie, you're so cute. Willie is so near and dear to me. I know I mention it literally any opportunity
literally.
given.
Oh, just like even.
Oh my God,
I
Willie's
cannot recommend
so
enough.
Cute.
I cannot recommend enough watching Soul on Ice. I linked it in our last episode, and hearing him talk about it too. And just the fact that as he was breaking all of these color barriers, he never once thought about it as, oh, I'm breaking all these color barriers, until people started calling it out, because he was just playing the game he loved.
Yes.
Ugh.
He's just
Yeah.
too good for us.
Adorable. Yeah. Oh, I thought I had a quote from Willie O'Ree about that night as well. But basically, Willie also was in that article, and he was like, yeah, it's really nice. Like his cousin, I don't know. He was basically just like, it's really nice to see what they're doing for the community as well. It reminds me a lot of Art.
They learned it from you and Art.
They did learn it from you and Art, and people are going to learn it from them.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah. And that's all I have.
Next week we'll talk more.
Much more lighthearted episode.
I know, we're coming at it from a place of being well rested. We're coming at a place from positivity.
Yeah. I also saw a girl she was talking about Black History Month, and she was like, just a reminder, like, Black History Month, it's not all rooted in just like horrible times. Like, people are making history now. I was like, oh, yeah. You're so right. Like Max and Jackson.
That's true.
And Lila.
And Lila. Freaking, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I have it on my to-do list. I'm going to go watch, or I'm going to play while I study, the Big Air competition.
Ear?
No,
I could
Big
participate
Air.
in
It's
that.
Big Air. I want to watch that. I've got so much Olympic content to catch up on.
No, me too. That's my weekend, I think, is just going to be catching up on Olympic content.
And then we've got Traitors to watch tonight.
We do.
And we've got The Pit to watch tonight.
Predictions before we watch. Obviously, the results will be out now, so it's not going to be a spoiler. I think Candace is going home. I think she's going to come at the round table and come at Rob, and people are going to be like, but you defended Lisa.
So I do think that she has put herself in a position of vulnerability because of how aggressively she defended Lisa. Mm-hmm. And then everyone loves Rob, and she's coming at Rob, and Rob is a master manipulator, you know? But
He's a Southern man.
I'm gonna go against the grain here, as I do.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say they're sending Hama random.
Is
like
Natalie?
Eric or something. Natalie, I need her to leave. But she's so freaking irrelevant because all she's doing is having a wee panic about shields every freaking episode. If she is contributing to the group, they're just not showing it.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna send someone random. Like Steven or Eric or Natalie. Mark.
If they send Tara,
Mark is the voice of reason, though. Mark and Steven are the voices of reason.
I think this roundtable is going to be stressful because I think, like you said, Candace put herself in a bad position defending Lisa so much, and Rob put himself in a bad position choosing that moment to contribute to the roundtable.
Not contribute, to spearhead the charge against Lisa. It was not necessary.
shady as hell.
Yeah, they didn't. It's fine. And then on the pit, I have no predictions because I don't ever.
The pit, I'm gonna be tense the entire episode.
I'm gonna love it. Is we're like 4 or 5 episodes into the season of the pit, and nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. I'm gonna need a plot soon, preferably.
That's true.
And now I'm scared that I said that because what if they do?
Dude,
who was it? Someone in the Discord was like crying over the pit episode. I think it was Lexi, but I'm not sure. Yes, it was Lexi. So, but I'm not like an emotional sort.
Also,
so.
Lexi, your home decor is cute.
Oh
that
God.
Sounded really creepy.
Dude, I need to know what Lexi does other than live my freaking dream life. She goes to all these games. I love it.
You are living my dream life.
I'm like, do you have a vlog? But that's neither here nor there. We've got stuff to do.
Yes.
Have a great rest of your week. This week has just felt a bit lighter than last week has. The last couple weeks have been really heavy. Maybe it's just the spirit of the Olympics.
Neither one of us are on our placebo week anymore. So that could also be part of it.
It could be that. Could be. We'll see you next episode.
Yeah.
We'll talk more. I'm sure I'll have a laundry list of Olympic stuff. And then we'll talk about someone else famous.
We're going to talk about a few people.
Okay, we'll talk about a couple other people.
And then
until then.
Yeah.
Until then, have a great week. Bye.
Bye.